I saw, dude.
Hey everybody, I'm Anthony.
I'm Tim.
I'm Joey.
And we are DarkStar. We already watched Michael Jackson versus Elvis Presley. Go check that out. It should already be up on the channel. This time we're going to be watching Jim Henson versus Stan Lee. Another one of my personal favorites. Do you guys know the connection between these guys right now?
They're probably both really old.
They are indeed really old.
All right. Well,
Other than that, no.
obviously they're both huge content creators. Left a lasting legacy. Marvel Comics is huge. The Muppets and that whole thing is huge. So that's obviously one thing. But there is another thing, and you'll catch it when we watch this. I don't want to spoil it, so I guess we'll just watch, and then you guys will see.
I mean, I hate the Muppets, so Stanley's getting a clear advantage over me.
Over me? All right. So
Yes.
for Tim, it's looking pretty heavily towards Stan Lee right now. You feel the same way, Joey?
I do indeed.
Okay. Well, I think Miss Piggy would like to have a couple words with you. But that's none of my business. Anyway. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and jump into it then. Like usual, I will be hopping out. See ya, homies.
3, 2, 1, start.
Stanley! Push up!
I like that.
Jim! Hudson!
Greetings, heroes! Stan Lee's here to battle. It's the mind behind the Hulk against the geek beneath the flag. I'm just your friendly neighborhood writer man with a secret identity of a super MC whose raps are as dark as my shade. You squealing like you're in trouble now, Jimmy. You dirty old hippie. Your beard needs a little bit of snip and skippy. Heck, that face on your neck ain't sexy. Your one pot sweetums, the other pot skexy. Step up to Lee and you get your butt kicked. Your Muppet snuffleupagus stuff is butt kiss. I'm broke for Igno and the comics code. So keep your frog and pig show moving right along down the road.
I'm glad you got that out. That anger can clutter your mind. But you're a creative man, Stanley. Yeah. So let's just leave it behind. Cause I can sense your tension. Once the verbal fencing starts commencing, there is no defense against the dents Jim Henson is dispensing. And I'll clench all your strings like you're a puppet in suspension. Call your superhero friends in. Yeah, cause you're gonna need a vengeance. Let me mention, I'm impressed by all the vision that it took for you to sign your name on all of Jack Kirby's comic books.
Nice try,
got him.
man, but Jack was a friend of mine. Swift, that was a low blow. He did his own thing, and now you've made it clobbering time. Blanco, you taught children to count and spell. Then you taught your own kids how to drop your wife harder than you flopped on SNL. I'm telling you, Henson, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I'm a marvel of a party pooper. I'll snap your turtleneck like a doozer stick and put you out to pasture like Mr. Hooper. I'm sorry, Jim. Sometimes I can't control my rage. Honestly, there's a lot of things that you can't control at my age. But the truth is, I miss you. You were gone too soon. You were like watching a beautiful sunset at noon.
Oh, Stan, don't be sad. We all have a time to go.
It's hard to get used to him
Most of the
talking.
internet thought that you died 12 years ago. But the four will always be fantastic. The Hulk will always be incredible. The words you wove within the hearts of heroes are indelible. There is no beef between us. We're two minds of the same kind. And there is no man who could ever muck with what we've left behind.
I rock the mic properly! Turning profits, I got the key! I'm the juggernaut of stacking rocks unstoppably!
Nice.
The Disneyland lord of your intellectual property! So get back to work! That's my time you're wasting! I didn't buy you for millions so you could play around debating! You belong to Disney, which means you stay busy! Cranking out magic and assembly line whimsy! Artists begging me to star, I won't let 'em! Labor conditions in my show, I don't sweat 'em!
Sweat 'em. Oh my God.
The mouse gigantic! With only 3 circles, I dominate the planet! Clearly, there's nobody near me! I'm owning this battle! In fact, I own this whole city!
Oh.
Nice!
Nice.
But don't run! I'll put a smile on your face! And green in your pocket! You'll be safe and insured when you're under my employ! Now look
Nice.
Oh man.
All right,
That's a
guys.
Baller.
So that was the epic rap battle, Jim Henson versus Stan Lee. But let's be real here. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but Disney, Walt Disney, came in and basically annihilated
Yeah, he did.
everything. Got really dark there at the end, basically. You know,
Yeah.
just Disney owns all of this creative stuff, and they're basically using child labor and joy or whatever, like happy things, to make just a ton of, you know, money, corporate greed and stuff like that. So really fucking strong, deep, and dark kind of undertones to the whole rap battle. After, you know, the two kind of get owned literally by Disney. So interesting stuff. What do you guys think?
I didn't expect Disney to come in. That was pretty awesome. I didn't really like Stan Lee's verse as much as I thought I was going to, and I feel like Jim Henson, between those two, I feel like Jim Henson did a better job.
Okay.
And like his attacks at Stan Lee just maybe they just made more sense to me than Stan Lee's. I don't know, but I like especially the one where he's like, you put your name on all Jack Kirby's comics.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite line of that verse. And then when Disney came in, my favorite verse was about the sweatshops. Pretty funny.
Disney
I don't
definitely
sweat him. Yeah.
killed it overall, obviously, but I agree. I didn't like Stan Lee's part, and at Jim Henson, I didn't like the way he was talking at first. And I guess that's how he
loved
really
it.
talks, but I didn't like that at first. But in the end, if I had to pick one of the two, I'd have to give it to Jim Henson. Just overall had better lines. Same thing. I'd have to say I think maybe some of Stan Lee's stuff I didn't get, but
Yeah. I liked. If I had to choose a line between those two, I think my favorite line was when he has Kermit come back up and he's like, "Call your superhero friends in, yeah, 'cause you're gonna need avenging." That shit.
Yeah.
I love that part.
Jim Henson's voice the whole time. It was cracking me up on its own.
Yeah.
I loved it.
But yeah, I like Jim Henson's part better too. I like the part where he kind of had like this one part where he was like flowing and the ensign sort of rhyme scheme or whatever for like a good like 2 or 3 lines, but it was like several rhymes in there. It was like,
Yeah.
there's no defense against the dents that Jim Henson is dispensing. So like just just a bunch of them in a row. I thought that was a really clever part. So yeah, but they did kind of give. They also gave Stan Lee like 2 verses basically. So whereas they only gave Jim Henson 1. Essentially, I mean, the second verse, Jim Henson was basically, you know,
He was like,
complimenting.
"Oh, we're friends."
Yeah. Although he did have that part in there, whatever. It's like the internet. Most of the internet thought that you died 12 years ago. That was pretty funny. But, yeah. I mean, I gotta go Disney.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we would go Henson if we were only going between the two. Yeah. So I guess that's unanimous in both of those. If we were going all 3, Disney. If we're going just the 2, then Jim Henson. So 3-0. Yeah, I don't know. Disney just comes in, and I really like the even just the very beginning was really clever. Like, almost hard to catch it. It's like MIC, I rock
Yeah,
the mic properly, and then KEY. So like spells Mickey, but uses both of the halves of the word or whatever to like make lines for it. Just really clever stuff.
I didn't even catch that at first until it was a little further on. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and then they also you guys went to this line, but I don't know if you know this. Disney actually owns Maker Studios, which is who I don't know if they own or if they're just like the YouTube has things called networks. I forgot what they're called, multi-channel networks, and I think Maker Studios is one of them, and that's the one that ERB belongs to. And Disney owns Maker Studios. So when he says,
Okay.
I'm owning this battle, in fact, I own this whole series, he's talking about literally ERB. Disney owns ERB. So a little bit of breaking the fourth wall, so that's pretty cool. So, yeah, So I guess Disney won. Like I said, we watched Michael Jackson versus Elvis Presley. You can go check that out. Other than that, if you like the reaction, if you like this battle, tell us who you thought won. Go ahead and subscribe. You can check out more of our
Disney.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly Disney, honestly. Don't even tell us who you think won because it was Disney. If you say anything else, you're lying to yourself. No. What your favorite line was, stuff like that. Pretty much anything. Hopefully we'll get to your guys' favorite epic rap battles soon. Some of them we've already seen, so we'll never get to them. Unfortunately, unless we add new people, then maybe we'll just go back to them at some point. But you can check out our links in the description. We've got Twitter and Patreon and stuff like that. You can check that out. And, yeah, I guess we'll have to see you guys next time. Until then, I'm Anthony.
I'm Tim.
I'm Joey.
And we are DarkStar. Thanks for watching, guys.